parrot may be, if you look right here, you see that 100?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they'll have a 100P and there's a couple little numbers over here. That means it is a 100-pound parrot rifle shell, and it takes a projectile, the shell, along, look like a bullet. On the other side, we'll either have parrot's initials or RRP, or they'll switch these from side to side, and then the year of the cannon is actually right here across the muzzle. And the weight of it, they'll usually put up on the muzzle, which you can't see on this one. But there's some cleaner cannons on down that way that you're able to see it a little bit better. Or if you get right here, you can see it a lot better.
Yeah.
See it there? All right. Now that one up top there, is a 200-pounder. Then this one that's laying up outside here on just laying down on some concrete is a 300-pound. It's an 8-inch or 10-inch cannon that the Confederates took into the Charleston Foundry.
Okay.
They put rifles, lands and grooves in it, like a regular rifle, and put 2 bands on it. I wrapped these bands around it. Heat a big slab of flat steel, curve it, heat it up super hot, slide it on, let it cool, and it wraps around so they put more powder in the blast chamber. And that's how most of these things, they'll either have the designation of the company name, like the initials and so forth, because some of them come out of Pennsylvania. But then they'll tell this one is a 100-pounder.
Are any of these, any of the originals?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, original to the fort, no.
Okay.
There's one little mortar out there, and the 2 that go out to Sallyport were original to the fort.
Okay. So these weren't the ones that initially...
These are the ones, not in the fort, but these are initially, they came from Morris Island in 1870.
Oh, okay.
They're the ones that initially blew this fort down to nothing.
Okay. Wow.
Because they are 1863 cannons.
Were they able to establish which of the cannons created the...
No.
Okay.
No, couldn't do that. Science hadn't got, but in 1870, you see that patch?
Yeah.
In the 1870s, they took sand and filled all this full when they put this in 1898. And see, this dirt was piled up all the way up to this. And so they filled this all the way up as high as they could get it with dirt in 1898, and they just buried these. Recycling wasn't a big thing then, I guess. So that's what happened to this. This was all dirt. Now, I'll show you one other little unique thing here. They didn't have elevators. So what did they do to get up, to be able to go up topside? They had granite steps. Carved blue granite steps went all the way to the top.
Okay.
Up to the very top. And this was a stairway.
Wow.
And see, this is the pad. It came from out here, up under. You got in the stairway, and you went up to the top.
Wow.
And to keep, for water, they had all the way up on the 3rd floor. Did you see how high? Did you do the lecture?
Yeah, I did.
So when they got up top, they actually caught water up on the top level, drained it in these brass or copper pipes, or through the terracotta pipes into the 5 cisterns that are under the floor of the fort. Okay. They're down under this. And they had some, I think, 20 or 25,000 gallons of water, filtered water up under here in the cisterns. And those are still under here. Private house buried under here somewhere. Where? But this is how they got to the top. And there's one of these in each corner of the fort. See, the fort's pointed out this way. There's one over in that corner there. There's one around just over here, just as you go up the stairs, you can go past and see from that.
Yeah.
And this one, and one on each corner on the other side, where they had these stairways.
Now, I read online someplace, and I asked the ranger this, that what was the gentleman who died, who got his alarm shut off? How? They say, some folks have said they've seen his ghost around here.
It's a possibility. They've heard some strange things out here.
Okay.
But you know what people will do in the dark.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
If there's anything else, just give us a holler.
All right, thank you.